Ever wondered what lies hidden inside an old rusty spiral spring? Today we're transforming this tough steel into a razor-sharp masterpiece. First, we carefully cut and straighten the spring. This is no ordinary metal. It's high-carbon steel, perfect for a knife. After intense heating, we hammer it into shape, forging every inch with precision. But raw steel isn't enough. It needs refining. Grinding down the edges, we carve out the perfect blade profile. Now the real magic begins. Heat treatment. This hardens the steel, making it tougher than ever. A few more grinding passes, and it's time for the edge. Razor sharp. The final polish reveals a stunning finish. From an old, forgotten spring to a deadly sharp blade, this transformation is complete. What should we forge next? Let us know. Ever wondered what happens when you take a dozen old drill bits and turn them into a razor-sharp knife? Watch closely. This transformation is nothing short of mind-blowing. First, we break down the drill bits, exposing the high-carbon steel within. Then, we heat them until they glow red-hot, fusing them together under immense pressure. A few precise hammer strikes, and the steel starts taking shape. Next, it's time for grinding, carefully refining the blade's form, bringing out its sharp edge. But we're not stopping there. A quick heat treatment hardens the steel, making it tougher than ever. A masterpiece born from scraps, strong, deadly sharp, and absolutely stunning. Who knew a bunch of old drill bits could turn into such an incredible blade? If you love seeing transformations like this, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Ever wondered how tiny ball bearings can be transformed into a razor-sharp Damascus steel knife? Watch closely because this process is pure magic. We start with a handful of steel ball bearings, small but packed with potential. Heated to a blazing temperature, they fuse together under intense pressure. The hammering begins, forging them into a solid billet. But here's where the real magic happens. Folding and twisting the steel to create the mesmerizing Damascus pattern. After hours of forging, shaping, and grinding, the blade emerges, strong, sharp, and stunning. A final dip in acid reveals the hypnotic Damascus waves, proof of craftsmanship and patience. From simple ball bearings to a masterpiece. Would you trust this blade in your hands? Let us know. Ever wondered what happens when you merge two completely different metals, copper and Damascus steel? The result? A blade unlike anything you've seen before. First, we prepare the Damascus, strong, layered, and razor sharp. But here's the twist. We introduce copper, not just for beauty, but to add a mesmerizing contrast. Heating, hammering, and shaping. It's a delicate balance. Too much heat? The copper melts away. Too little? It won't bond. Precision is everything. Slowly, the knife takes form. The fusion creates a striking pattern. Bold Damascus waves, glowing copper veins. A blade that's not just sharp, but a true masterpiece. Would you use this knife or keep it as art? Let me know. Ever wondered if a simple drill bit could transform into a razor-sharp masterpiece? Watch closely. This solid steel drill bit is no ordinary tool. It's about to become a deadly sharp knife. First, we heat it up to a scorching temperature, turning the metal red hot. Then with precise hammering, we reshape it into a long, sleek blade. After intense forging, it's time for grinding. Every pass on the belt sander refines the edge, making it sharper than you'd believe. And the final touch? A meticulous polish, revealing the stunning steel finish. The result? A perfectly crafted knife, born from raw steel, capable of slicing effortlessly. Who knew a drill bit could become this lethal? Ever thought you could turn old drill bits into a razor-sharp knife? Sounds impossible, right? Well, watch this transformation. We start with a handful of worn-out drill bits, made from tough, high-speed steel. To reshape them, we need extreme heat. As the forge roars, the metal glows a bright orange, softening just enough to be hammered into form. With every strike, the shape of a blade begins to emerge. The steel, once rigid and unyielding, is now taking on a new life. But raw shape isn't enough. We need precision. Grinding comes next, carefully refining the edges while sending sparks flying. satisfying. Now comes the most crucial step, heat treatment. The blade is heated again and then quenched in oil, locking in hardness and durability. A few final touches, some sharpening, and here it is, a powerful razor-sharp knife born from simple drill bits. What do you think? Would you try forging one? Wondered how a true masterpiece is forged? Today we're crafting a Damascus blade with 250 layers of steel, layer upon layer of raw strength and beauty. We start by stacking alternating layers of high carbon and nickel steel, heating them to an intense glow. With every hammer strike, the layers fuse, stretching and folding again and again, until we reach an astonishing 250 layers. Next, the blade takes shape, cutting, grinding, and refining every curve. Then the moment of truth, the acid etch. The mesmerizing Damascus pattern emerges, revealing the hidden art within the steel. Razor sharp, incredibly strong, and a testament to true craftsmanship. This is the power of 250-layer Damascus. Want to see more? Subscribe now. Ever wondered if a rusty old bearing could transform into something incredible? Watch closely, because today we're forging a stunning yet razor-sharp butterfly knife from scrap. First, we break down the bearing, removing layers of rust to reveal the hidden steel beneath. With intense heat, the metal becomes red-hot, ready to be hammered into shape. Precision is key. Every strike brings us closer to perfection. The blade takes form, ground to a razor-sharp edge that could slice through paper like butter. But a butterfly knife isn't just about the blade, it's about the flawless flipping action. Polished to perfection, the handles are crafted for smooth movement. And just like that, this once forgotten scrap is now an absolute masterpiece. From rust to razor-sharp beauty, would you believe this came from an old bearing? What should we forge next? Let us know in the comments. Ever wondered what a rusted, useless wrench could become? Watch closely, because today we're forging it into a razor-sharp briquet saber. This wrench has seen better days, covered in rust, forgotten in a pile of scrap. But with the right heat and a hammer's force, it's about to be reborn. Into the blazing forge it goes, red-hot, almost melting. The hammer strikes, shaping the stubborn iron into a sleek, curved blade. Every hit, every spark, brings it closer to its new form. Now the grind begins. Sparks fly as the edge takes shape, razor-sharp, battle-ready. The once rusted metal is now gleaming steel. And here it is, the briquet saber, forged from nothing but scrap. Who knew a rusty wrench could hold such power? What should we forge next? Let me know. Ever wondered what a rusted railway track could turn into? Watch closely, because this transformation is unbelievable. Decades of wear, rust, and pressure. But inside this steel lies the soul of a katana, waiting to be unleashed. First, we cut it down. Thick, solid steel, ready for the forge. The heat rises, the metal glows, and the hammer strikes. Sparks fly as centuries-old iron reshapes into a blade of precision. Folded, hammered, and honed, layer by layer, strength and sharpness emerge. A mirror polish reveals its true beauty, and the edge, razor sharp, flawless, from forgotten scrap to a legendary weapon. This is the art of transformation. Want to see more? Stay tuned for the next masterpiece.